It's the Ford Show. Ford Motor Company of Australia presents the Ford Show Orchestra and Singers, led by Bob Gibson with Peggy Brooks and Ray Dixon. And the man at the wheel is yours truly, David Lowe. As guest star tonight, Ford also presents a command reappearance by popular appeal of one of the most magnetic personalities in show business today. Star of so many musical comedies, Hayes Gordon. Opening on a note of gaiety and goodwill to all, Ray Dixon sings of a big, wide, wonderful world.
It's a big, wide, wonderful world you live in. When you're in love, you're a master of all you survey. You're a gay Santa Claus. There's a brave new star-spangled sky above you. When you're in love, you're a hero. A Nero, Apollo, the Wizard of Oz. You've a kingdom, power and glory. The oldest of stories is new. True, you built your Rome in just one day. Life is mystic, a midsummer's night you live in. A Turkish delight, you're in heaven. It's swell when you're really in love. It's swell when you're really in love.
You'll certainly appreciate the big, better difference in the new Ford V8 Custom Line, now on display at your friendly Ford dealers. Custom Line is the only car in any price class with the performance combination of ball-joint suspension, K-bar chassis construction, plus the giant overhead valve V8 engine. And if you like your big car motoring to be fully automatic, you have as an optional extra the world's finest automatic transmission, Fordomatic. Believe me, clutchless driving is an entirely new experience with a combination of Fordomatic transmission and the 164 effortless horsepower of Custom Line's mighty engine. And as for styling, well, this latest Custom Line with its completely new color range and two-tone interior trim with all-white lifeguard steering wheel is as modern as the jet age itself. And by the way, power brakes are now available as an optional extra. It'll cost you nothing to see and test drive this latest Ford Custom Line, and your friendly Ford dealer will be more than pleased to arrange this for you. See him and find out for yourself about the big, better difference in this latest V8 Custom Line. A little touch of whimsy from the romantic end of Lover's Lane. Do I love you? Indeed I do. A purely rhetorical question, of course, from singing star Peggy Brooks.
Do I want you? Oh my, do I, honey? Oh, indeed I do. And do I need you? Oh my, do I, honey? Indeed I do. I'm glad that I'm the one who found you. That's why I'm always hanging around you. Do I love you? Oh my, do I, honey? Indeed I do. Roses are red, violets are blue. There ain't no doubt, dear, that I love you. Oh, my baby, indeed I do. I'm so happy wherever I go. There ain't no doubt that he loves you so. Honey, baby, indeed I do. I'm glad that I'm the one who found you. That's why I'm always hanging around you.
From the Tin Pan Alley presses comes a repeat performance of a recent successful presentation by Bob Gibson and the Fortune Orchestra of Wonderful, Wonderful. Your vocalist, Ray Dixon.
Sometimes we walk hand in hand by the sea, and we breathe in the cool, salty air. You turn to me with a kiss in your eyes, and my heart feels a thrill beyond compare. Then your lips cling to mine. It's wonderful, wonderful, oh so wonderful, my love. This world is full of wondrous things, it's true, but they wouldn't have much meaning without you. Some quiet evenings I sit by your side, and we're lost in a world of our own. I feel the glow of your unspoken love. I'm aware of the treasure that I own. And I say to myself, it's wonderful, wonderful, oh so wonderful, my love. I say to myself, it's wonderful, wonderful, oh so wonderful, my
Here is a dream of love, created in the rich imagination of a great composer, Franz Liszt, and expressing the inexpressible in terms of immortal melody. Bob Gibson, the Fortune Orchestra and Singers feature a special arrangement by Jack Grimsley of Liebstrom. guest star time, and joining Bob Gibson and the Ford Show Orchestra here in person is one of the nation's most popular stars, Hayes Gordon.
Thank you, David, and good evening, everyone. Nice to be with you all on the Ford Show once again. Getting to the main business, here's a quaint old piece of philosophy from the legendary pen of George Gershwin, I Got Plenty of Nothing. Oh, I got plenty of nothing, and nothing's plenty for me. I got no car, got no mule, I got no misery. The folks with plenty got a lock on their door. Afraid somebody's going to rob them while they're out making more. What for? I got no lock on the door, that's no way to be. They can steal a rug from the floor, that's okay with me, because the things that I prize, like the stars in the skies, are free. Oh, I got plenty of nothing, and nothing's plenty for me. I got my gal, got my song, got heaven the whole day long. No use complaining. Got my gal, got my song, got my Lord. Oh, I got plenty of nothing, and nothing's plenty for me. I got the sun, I got the moon, got the deep blue sea. The folks with plenty gotta pray all their day. Seems with plenty, you sure gotta worry how to keep that devil away. Away. Now I ain't a frettin' about hell till the time arrive. Never worry long as I'm well. Never want to strive to be good, to be bad. What the hell, I as glad as alive. Oh, I got plenty of nothing, and nothing's plenty for me. I got my gal, got my song, got heaven the whole day long. No use complaining. Got my gal, got my song, got my Lord. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. On account of I just love singing with Bob Gibson on the wonderful Ford Show Orchestra, I'd like to sing another from another musical, a number set in the misty islands of the Highlands. It's a love song from Brigadoon. There but for you go I. This is hard to say, but as I wandered through the Lee, I felt for just a fleeting moment that I suddenly was free of being lonely. Then I closed my eyes and saw the very reason why. I saw a man with his head bowed low. His heart had no place to go. I looked and I thought to myself with a sigh, there but for you go I saw a man walking by the sea. Alone with the tide was he. I looked and I thought as I watched him go by, there but for you go I. Lonely men around me, trying not to cry, till the day you found me there among them was I saw a man who had never known a love that was all his own. I thank all the stars in the sky. They but for you go.
We'll be hearing more from guest star Hayes Gordon later in the program. Time now to hear about a new Ford service. Hood Up, Tune Up. It's a brand new service to all Ford owners offered by your friendly Ford dealer. With summer coming, it's wise to have your engine checked. One inexpensive test now at the change of seasons may easily save you pounds later on. Hood Up, Tune Up is now available to provide complete performance conditioning for all Ford engines. Our spark plug testing, cleaning and adjustment will be carried out by experts, and with it goes an engine compression and timing test. See your friendly Ford dealer tomorrow and get the facts about these small cost but big dividend Ford services. Tell him you want a Hood Up, Tune Up test for your Ford. As a grand finale to tonight's Ford Show, guest star Hayes Gordon with Bob Gibson, the Ford Show Orchestra and Singers present a cavalcade of hits from the show. Opening with a vintage piece from way back in 1931, from Bandwagon, starring in its original production those two mighty box office draw cards, Fred and Adele Astaire. Here is one of the song hits from a show which gave a host of unforgettable melodies to the hit parades of the day, including Dancing in the Dark and the song we now hear, I Love Louisa.
Louisa, Louisa loves me. When we rode on the merry-go-round, I kissed Louisa, and then Louisa, Louisa kissed me. We were so happy, so free. God, but she's a beautiful Louisa. Ah, when I choose her, I never want to lose her. Someday Louisa, Louisa will be more than just a Fräulein to me. Someday Louisa, Louisa will be more than just a Fräulein to me.
And now an evergreen of evergreens, the beloved masterpiece of Jerome Kern and Oscar Hammerstein, set to the lazy rhythm of the Mississippi and laden with lyrics of sheer magic, such as Old Man River, Bill, and a host of others. From Showboat, which had its first performance in 1927 and has been cruising steadily along ever since on the crest of popular favor, comes a number first made famous by Helen Morgan and sung now by Peggy Brooks. Can't help loving that man.
Fish gotta swim, birds gotta fly. I gotta love one man till I die. Can't help loving that man of mine. Tell me he's lazy, tell me he's slow, tell me I'm crazy, maybe I know. loving that man of mine. When he goes away, that's a rainy day, but when he comes back, that day is fine, the sun will shine. He can come home as late as can be. Home without him ain't no home to me. Can't help loving that man of
Finally comes a new song from the pen of Gordon Jenkins, the composer whose Serenade to an Asphalt Jungle called Manhattan Towers captured the imagination of the world some years back. Here is the same theme of loneliness in a great city, the haunting sense of solitude which seeks in song the consolation denied it by the surrounding wilderness of brick and stone. Here is Skyscraper Blues from Bob Gibson, the Ford Show Orchestra and Singers, and our guest, Hayes Gordon.
When you're walking down the street in New York and you haven't got a friend in town, then a funny thing can happen. A funny thing can happen when you look up at those buildings all around. They're looming bold and high against the cold gray sky. And a funny thing can happen. A funny thing can happen when you look up at those buildings all around. You get the skyscraper blues. The skyscraper blues. You get the feeling that they're hemming you in. The Empire State, the RCA, but cries a building so tall and so great. You get the skyscraper blues, those tall building blues. The wind comes whipping round them with a moan. Oh, it's better to lose the skyscraper blues when you walk in New York alone. You see a million faces all around you. You search them for a friendly smile or two, but they're only empty faces that surround you. And you know they're just as lonesome as you. There's great big tall has wings round you with me. It's a meadows, those skyscraper blues when you walk in New York alone.
This week, The Ford Show featured musical comedy star Hayes Gordon with Peggy Brooks, Ray Dixon, and the Ford Show Orchestra and Singers led by Bob Gibson. The Ford Show is produced and directed by Darcy Fitzgerald. This is David Lowe speaking. A reminder, too, to listen for The Ford Show again at the same time next week, presented by Ford Motor Company of Australia. The Ford Show is broadcast over an Australia-wide network to our armed forces and shortwave listeners around the world through Radio Australia. So until the same time next week, it's good night from...
F-O-R-D.
And remember, wherever you go, wherever you are, watch the Fords go by.